the number.
Bro, stop giving me these dumbass commercials, bro.
Now let's take a closer look at this image. A lot of folks have said they can discern fur on this thing's arms and pointed ears on its head. On the other hand, some people say it's standing like a human and it looks like it's wearing pants. And they see this as a jacket. As for me, I have no idea. Field researcher Ken Garrett.
Alright, but you can't really say anything though, like, bro, it's a blurry ass picture, bro. It's not like it's 4K. And why do we still have these dumbass cameras in 2025? Like, why do you still have these dumbass cameras that can't capture anything? Everything's blurry. What's the point? Like, bro, it's 2025. Get a good camera. What do you, like?
Cites the figure's resemblance to an infamous creature from folklore.
It probably wasn't 2025 back then. Never mind. Yeah, alright. Never mind.
One of the theories
I'll give
is
it a
that
pass.
it could in fact be a chupacabra, a famous creature that has been talked about throughout Latin American culture since the 1990s and is a blood-sucking type of creature. The name chupacabra actually means goat sucker because it's been alleged that these creatures will drink the blood of goats and other
Yeah, because they're totally gonna stand on 2 feet.
small farm animals. I've examined the remains of several creatures that have been called chupacabras, and all of those animals displayed very dog-like features. Pointy ears, long snouts, strange skin, long fangs, other physical abnormalities.
Bro, what are you talking about? Look how he's standing. He's standing like this. Literally standing like that. Like, that is not an animal, bro. Bro, like, what is he talking about?
During a 2-month period in 2010, more than 300
He's standing
goats
like
were
a-
slaughtered in rural Mexico.
I don't
Ranchers
know.
believe these deaths resulted from a chupacabra stalking their livestock. So could this image be a chupacabra stalking the zoo? Our experts investigate. Professor of biology Floyd Hayes begins by estimating the size of the creature.
To me, it looks like the fence itself may be 12 feet high. The animal looks like it's maybe
I
6
bet
feet
have
behind
a
the
good
fence, which will
food.
make it smaller. It appears
I mean, have a good food.
to be about half the height of the fence. It's maybe about 7.5 feet tall.
That's much
Damn.
bigger than the alleged size of a chupacabra.
Oh,
and there's
hell no.
another issue.
The chupacabra is allegedly a quadrupedal or four-legged animal, but this appears to be bipedal rather than quadrupedal. Bipedal means it's walking on 2 legs.
Next, wildlife biologist Stephanie Shuttler examines the creature's hair.
Chupacabras are described as being
Ew.
more hairless with gray and scaly skin. In this image, it seems to be more shaggy. It seems to have long hair, especially on top. So it doesn't.
That's disgusting. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't be, yo. Fuck no. Yo, bro. First of all, it's standing on 2 legs. It's not a fucking animal. I don't know what it is. Bro, where's the footage? It said it was recording. I want to see how it walks. You're going off a photo. Bro, come on.
Fit the description.
And even though sightings of the creature have been reported, Shuttler says the proof has yet to be discovered.
Any evidence of animals that were thought to be chupacabras, it always ended up being a canid species like a coyote, dog, or fox with
That's not a
mange.
coyote, bro.
Demodectic mange
That's
is
not a
caused
coyote.
by a parasitic mite that lives in the hair follicles of canines. To rid themselves of
Bro, 7 foot tall. Name me Alright, you know what?
the parasites, canines will scratch their fur and skin until it falls off. But the biggest red flag of all, why the zoo only released one image of such a startling discovery?
That's what I'm saying.
Camera traps, when they're triggered, they usually take multiple photos. So I would love to see the photos before and after. There's rarely a singular photo of an animal when the cameras are triggered.
So they're lying.
I suspect this was a publicity stunt by the Amarillo Zoo. If they really wanted to figure out what this animal was, there would definitely be more photos of it.
That's what I just said. I told y'all.
Now hold on a second. If this is a hoax, then the zoo has been keeping up the deception for months. Our verdict? Unidentified creature. A Seattle-based company specializing in wireless cameras donated 80 color night vision cameras to the Amarillo Zoo after this image went viral. So should this creature reappear, there should be plenty of proof to determine what it is. In May 2021, Queensland-based Yowie researcher Dean Harrison and his team are testing out infrared cameras at Springbrook National Park. They picked this spot because they believe they've seen traces of Yowie activity among the brush. And that night, they captured this mysterious footage. The thermal imagery seems to show a solitary figure hiding behind or even hugging a large tree trunk.
Now this is doing what Yowies do. They
Honestly,
hug
shit.
a tree, pretend they're a part of a tree if there's a human in the area, and they just blend. So you can see him just putting his head in.
Minutes later, the image changes. Now it looks like there's a couple.
Two giant creatures emerge from the foliage, and one is bending down to pick up something.
Yo, what up, bro? Motherfuckers just make anything up, bro. Like, motherfuckers see a little fucking dot, and motherfuckers like, aliens. Oh my gosh. Look. Did you see the dot? It's a little dot. That means they're coming from space. There was an alien. He was flying, and shut up. Like, bro, you sound dumb. Like, bro, like, look at this, bro. Like, there's nothing here. What is this?
As it bends over, you can also make out what looks like one of the creature's heads. It looks cone-shaped. The figures are large with wide shoulders and ape-like proportions. Field researcher Cliff Barrickman, who has been to Australia to study the Yowie, says the footage aligns with descriptions from indigenous peoples going back centuries.
All of the Aborigines down there have drawings on.
No, yo, this is actually comedy, bro. Like, they're actually stupid, bro. There's no way humans on this earth is this dumb, bro. First it was the Bermuda Triangle. Motherfuckers keep sending motherfuckers over there to disappear. Now, oh my god. Motherfuckers talk about Bigfoot now.
On the walls of caves depicting these things. They're prevalent in their storytelling traditions as well. But then the settlers came in the late 1700s, and they too started running into Yowies.
Motherfuckers saw a dot, bro. A dot of an infrared something. And motherfucker called it Bigfoot.
Which is another very strong indicator that they're a real biological animal.
Actually, they brain dead.
Now, Bigfoot-like creatures are part of folklore the world over. Nepal has the Yeti, Mongolia has the Alma. And one theory is that they all descended from a single Asian ancestor, some of whom made it to Australia, while others crossed the Bering Land Bridge, came to North America, and evolved into Bigfoot. If this video is real, it could help prove that theory. But that's a big if.
Yeah, buddy.
There's some sort of subject, creature, person.
Motherfuckers in a whole suit. Motherfuckers in a whole suit trying to find Bigfoot. Yo, why is it so funny to me, bro? Oh my god. Motherfuckers in a suit, like he's going to court. Motherfucker trying to find Bigfoot.
If you will. It's something that's emitting a heat signature. And as we go through different FLIR filter arrays, this object's movement is consistent. There is something happening in here that's moving around.
Look at the footage with this filter.
Wait,
now
that actually low-key looks, hold on.
the head comes into better view. It appears to have a pronounced sagittal crest, a ridge of bone along the top of the cranium. It's similar to what's seen in the skulls of the early hominid Australopithecus, which some believe to be the common ancestor of Bigfoot, Yowie, and other similar creatures. But Primo is cautious.
But they're reaching though, like, come on, bro. Like, you don't have hardcore footage evidence, bro. You look crazy right now. Motherfuckers is looking crazy, bro. Like, if you don't have hardcore footage evidence, you can't really say that, bro.
We have not found any evidence to support that the record.
What'd I just say? Bro. Yo, I'm actually really smart. I'm telling you, bro, I know I'm a streamer and shit or whatever. But, bro, I be calling shit out right before it happens, bro. All the time. I always catch that shit, bro. I'm telling you, if you watch my streams and you see like certain videos and shit, all this, I always call it out right before they say it, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Recording was fabricated. We have no idea what is being depicted here.
Exactly. You don't have evidence, bro.
Next,
You
our
can't really say
zoologist
that.
Roxy Furman analyzes the anatomy of the figures.
What we can see clearly at one point is that there are two animals pictured. It also looks like it's a bipedal animal, which means it walks on two legs.
Bro, but that
might
could
have
be a
you-
human too, bro. That could be a human with a big ass coat on with a hoodie, bro.
Thinking primate. But here's a key fact. There are no known primates native to Australia. In fact, the only bipedal animals are the cassowary and the kangaroo, which look nothing like this. So how do we explain the heat signatures in those head shapes? Furman thinks she may have the answer. People wearing headlamps.
That would explain why the head's a slightly strange shape.
That would mean the people were either misidentified or they're participants in an elaborate hoax, maybe
You know, my intrusive thoughts would win. And if I'm recording that shit, I wouldn't just record it. I would go all the way up to it. I don't give a fuck, you scary bitch. Why are you so scary? Why are you recording from all the way over there calling it Bigfoot? If you really want to see Bigfoot, I want to see really Bigfoot. I'm going to go up to his face. But you could get killed in that scenario. In GTA, of course, not in real life, but I'll risk it all. Bro, you know how much money I would get for this footage? Bro, I'm running over there. I'm gonna be like this, running in front of his face. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it's Bigfoot. And then cut the camera. Boom. Now I gotta leave. I gotta run fast as fuck. I'm out. He not catching me. If you try to catch me, I'm tripping him. I'm tripping Bigfoot. I'm gonna put my leg in it right there, and then he's gonna trip, and he's gonna fall. Get to running. Alright, you know what? That's some Scooby-Doo shit.
Where are you? We need some help from you now.
And shit.
I see you. Pretending you got
Australia's version of the Patterson-Gimlin film.
Where are
That was a hoax too. But anthropologist Kathy Strain says that in this case, size does matter. The research team went back to the spot in daylight and measured the tree, matching the thermal footage as best they could to get a sense of the size of the figures in the infrared video.
Whatever it is more than 8 feet tall. The possibility
8 feet tall? Fuck no, I'm not going next to that shit. Now I see why you're scared. 8 feet? I mean, I'll still try, but oh, bro, I'm gonna have to trip that motherfucker. Yo, that motherfucker's getting tripped. He's falling. The bigger they are, what was that saying? The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
of them being human is highly unlikely. I came to the conclusion that what this video shows are two real Yowie. I think it is one of the most significant films taken in at least 50 years.
But you don't know that though. I'm getting tired of these motherfuckers. I'm dead. I'm just gonna stop like watching this. Like she took her like they actually caught him, bro. Why he ain't go up to his face then? You go up to his face. I would do that shit. I would play tag with him and shit. I'll tag him, be like yee, and then alright, you know what? Yeah, that's not realistic. Let me stop. Where is it?
So yes, there's a possibility that this is a hoax. But based on Professor Strain's estimate of the creature's height,
Man, fuck that professor. He don't know shit.